And here we are. This feels very modern with the, oh, what's it called in English? Ah, never mind. Let's have a look around.
A blue trash bag, hopefully unused.
Interesting how she doesn't want to get her hands dirty, but her father is missing under suspicious circumstances, so she might have to rethink that.
A relic from long ago, before everyone had cell phones. I wouldn't know who to call, and even if I did know who to call, why am I paying exorbitant basic rates for my cell phone if I don't use it?
Let's have a look.
A sweet little food bowl for our furry friends.
No.
Pets can get in and out through that thing.
What can you get in and out now?
Pets can get in and out through that thing.
No, pets. Yep. See if there's anyone home.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you Oleg Kambursky?
Yeah, why?
I'm Nina Kalinkov.
Yeah? And?
Yeah, okay. You know my father, Vladimir Kalinkov, and I thought you...
I don't know any Vladimir Kalinkov, and now, if you'll excuse me, please.
Phooey. That wasn't very successful. I hope for the biggest break in the search for my father, and that guy doesn't even let me speak. Did I say something wrong? Or exactly the right thing?
Nina, you always say something wrong. You just have to open your mouth. Let's see what Oleg was about. Does not seem to be a very likable character. Or chronically unfriendly. That's very harsh. I must say, extremely harsh judgment on someone you just met. Could be having a bad day, you know. Nina is very, easy to judge. Quick to judge, I should say. She's easy to judge as well. Oh, I do believe that Trollolol guy passed away a few days ago.
Looks like this Kambursky guy is a hobby gardener. Even his garden hose is green.
I think it's very usual for garden hoses to be green, actually, but, yeah. Yeah, so that's a bit sad. Well, several have died in these last couple of days.
The guy is hectically making phone calls. Does that have something to do with my visit? If only I were a fly on the wall in his office. The food and water bowls for the pet in the middle of the kitchen. Very hygienic. Oleg is still on the phone, and he's not exactly leaving the impression that he's relaxed.
Of course not. It's a girl of massive stupidity here. Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come back. Oh.
Cats. Little hairy beasts that just sleep and eat.
Well, that's true. I am a dog person as well, actually. I remember this.
Now I can tape my cell phone almost everywhere.
Tape it on the cat.
I need to keep the cat busy somehow, so that it's distracted and I can fasten the cell phone to it without a fight.
Oh, I wonder what it could be that I need to do, since it's looking at the food bowl so intently. Intensely, maybe we should
I'm
say.
finally gonna get rid of this stinky stuff. And the cute little fuzzball will probably even like it.
Here we go.
The cell phone's camera function is on. A rare example of the European roaming dictaphone. Now I just need to somehow lure the cat into the kitchen.
Let's take some salt on the food and it will get thirsty. Hopefully.
That should make our little pussycat real thirsty.
Pussycat. With a phone on its back.
Wonderful, it worked! Oleg is still on the phone, and the cat will be drinking for a while, and hopefully recording the conversation. I love it when a plan comes together.
Woohoo! A-team reference for the win. Okay, so...
This phone tap idea could get me a job with the Secret Service.
yeah, except it's fairly obvious on there.
Oleg is still on the phone.
Okay. So, what now if we phone our own phone, so to speak? If I can. I don't know if this phone booth needs a coin.
Let's see how the cat reacts to my cell phone's vibrate mode.
Pussy likes a vibrate mode. Whee! There it goes.
Oh, great. The cat is up in the tree, and my cell phone is stuck up there in a crotch of the tree. How am I supposed to get to it?
Think, Nina, think.
I can't reach it.
I can't reach it. I haven't even tried.
I have to correct my statement about cats. Besides sleeping and eating, they also climb trees at the most inopportune times.
Yes. They are so...
I could reach the cell phone with that, but if it drops those 5 meters or so, it's probably not going to be much good to me either, is it?
Don't be silly, it'll hold.
I've reinforced the opening of the bag with the bucket's handle.
Ah.
Just a little more tape around it. Yeah, that should do it.
Nice.
That could work. Wonderful. Let's see if the recording of Oleg's phone conversation gets me anywhere.
Kalinkov isn't here anymore. No, Tunguska wasn't mentioned, but there wasn't any opportunity to either. Yeah, I just think someone urgently needs to take care of the matter. All right, so you'll call back then. Bye.
Well, that wasn't very productive. Okay, so this is what we have. Someone should be tending to some kind of matter. I hope the matter isn't me. Besides that, something about Tunguska. There was also something in the mail for Oleg. Maybe I should ask Max about that later.
Yes. I really feel bad about the cat being up there. Shouldn't I try and get it back down? Oh well. Let's go see if he's still on the phone. Wouldn't that be a fail? It's like, oh damn it! Maybe this was when he was talking the most interesting giving stuff when I didn't have the cat in there. Oh. Let's go and ring the door again. you know.
I don't imagine he'll open the door again when he sees me.
That's true. I wouldn't either. And I can't pick up that, so I think we're done here. Let's see if we can get to the museum by now. I certainly hope so.
Max Gruber said he'd be back at the museum sometime this evening. I should use the time to get some shut-eye. If my feminine intuition doesn't fail me, I could regret it if I don't.
Did you get what I wanted?
Not yet. We've searched through everything but haven't found anything.
And Kalinkov?
Still nothing here either. We'll probably have to take other options into consideration.
I don't care what you do, as long as I get results. Don't disappoint me.
Strange. I feel like I'm always being followed. Even when I came home earlier, for a brief moment, I thought that I saw the face of that Konski guy in the window. Oh well, most likely it's my nerves. I hope Max heard something from my father.
Nina. What can I say? First thing I would get is some spray, actually. Let's go just have a look in the office. Ah, yeah, I thought I'd missed something. Let's try and do this. What if we put this one in this?
Instead of finding out what is locked inside the stone, I now have it encased in a bit of glass.
Yeah, guess that's logical. Alright.
The bowl is half full of water.
I'm just testing now. No. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Just want to have a look that we have... Oh, what's this?
The frame and glass are totally shattered, and the photo has been torn in half. A photo of Daddy on one of his expeditions. Written on the back is 1958, Vladimir Kalenkov, and I've seen the photo before. But who was the other guy in the photo? And why was the photo torn up? I'll glue it into my diary. It might be important somehow.
Alright. I don't remember.
The map shows a section of Siberia. No idea why my father hung it up here.
Because this game is called Secret Files Tunguska. That's why. Let's go see Max if he's around.
Hello? Can I interrupt for a moment?
You're not interrupting. On the contrary. Have you heard from your father?
No, unfortunately not. And last night I was attacked.
Attacked? Are you hurt?
No, nothing to worry about. But it must be because of something important. Do you really have no idea what it could be?
No, He's been under a lot of stress in the last few days, but that's happened before. Looking back, there are plenty of ways to interpret it, but especially conspicuous? No, not really.
That's a shame. Yesterday evening you offered me your help. Does the offer still stand?
But of course. My name is Max, by the way.
Nina. But you know that, don't you?
So, ask away.
Yes. I do believe he said, "You're Nina, aren't you?" Alright, cool.
In the last few hours, I've heard the name Tunguska several times. Do you know anything about it?
Do you mean that Tunguska catastrophe from 1908?
Yes, could be.
At the beginning of the last century, something exploded there. The destruction must have been enormous, but even today, nobody really knows what happened back then. Your father once took part in an expedition to Tunguska, but you probably know that, don't you?
We never really spoke much about what he used to do. After my mother's death, he never wanted to speak about his work in Russia anymore.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was a long time ago. She was killed in a traffic accident. Shortly after that, we came to Germany. I think my father simply wanted to leave all of that behind him.
And your father never spoke about his work in Russia? Didn't you ever ask him?
No. He asked me never to ask him again, and I kept my word, despite being very interested at times.
Well, I know a little more about it. In 1908, an unidentified object went down over the Siberian taiga. A huge area was completely destroyed by the shockwave and a wall of fire. The shepherds who lived there, the so-called Evenk, were either hurled through the air or burnt. There were hardly any survivors to witness anything. Several expeditions were started to find out the cause of this catastrophe, but despite all their efforts, no clues or any evidence was found that was at all helpful. And in time, several fantastic theories arose, from a meteorite colliding with Earth, to the appearance of an unknown type of energy, to the explosion of a spaceship. And off the top of my head, that is about everything that I can tell you on the subject. But somewhere in the archive, I still have a few articles over the Tunguska phenomenon lying around. Shall I go and get them?
Yes, that would be sweet of you. Oleg spoke about it, and I read one of my father's mails to him. There was also something about it in there. Maybe it will bring me a little further.
Okay, I just have to get a few small things done here, and then I'll have a look around the archive.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think so far, at least, he's Mac's voice actor is the best one, but they don't seem to have a director who've actually instructed them on how they should read their lines, 'cause I don't know, this is not the way you talk, but never mind.
Yesterday evening, Eddie was mumbling something about people in black robes. I didn't take him very seriously at first, because his description was, let's say, a little strange. But I spoke to a little girl today who saw something similar last night. She even took a photo of the men in black robes. Unfortunately, there is not very much to see, but I'll certainly speak to Eddie about it again. Do you know where I can find him?
No, I have no idea. I haven't seen him all day. He's probably crept away somewhere quiet to think about it all.
You mean he's drinking again?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Unless...
Unless what?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing? Come on out with it, tell me.
Well, if those strange men in black noticed that he was watching them...
You mean they came back?
I don't know. At the moment, I have no idea what is actually happening here.
Well, this is something we have in common.
Poor Eddie.
I found this piece of paper amongst my father's records. Does it tell you anything?
LA 60 AK19 AL? That sounds like one of our exhibits. What about it?
No idea. I was hoping that you could tell me that.
Not spontaneously, but I can go and get the item.
The invisible
The note
item.
with the description of the diadem is missing, but you just had it in your hand. I don't know any more about it either.
Thanks a lot. Can I take my time to have a look at it?
Of course, but please don't forget to put it back later. Otherwise your father will tear my head off.
If he still can.
Hey, stop thinking like that. We'll find him, I promise.
Yes, hopefully. There must be an important reason why Daddy kept a piece of paper with the description of the diadem at home. But what? And what is that about the true princess? He used to call me that sometimes. Is it a message to me that I should be able to understand somehow? Think, Nina. Think quickly.
Think quickly.
Does the name Oleg Kambursky say anything to you?
Kambursky? Oleg Kambursky? No, nothing. Should it?
Unfortunately, I don't exactly know that either.
Kumbuski? Oleg Kumbuski? No.
The things out of the archive about Tunguska.
Yes, I'll get going now. But it could take a while until I've sorted through the records.
No problem. I'll wait here.